Hello investors and traders, today I'll speak about best dividend stocks for today to buy right now, and of course I will show you my dividend portfolio. So let's start with the first company for today. It's NEWMONT Corporation. It's a gold producer company, US based company. Let me before we starting, let me tell a few words about this company. So this company engages in the exploration and acquisition of gold properties containing copper, silver, lead, zinc or other metals. It operates throughout the following geographical segments: North America, South America and Nevada. Its market cap $47 billion. Let's have a look on its valuation. So look, the quarterly PS less than 3, so it's really, in my mind, looks very cheap. Look, the marginality, here it was a loss 4 quarters ago, but now we see that the marginality increasing and very stable revenue of this company. By the way, net income margin more than 6%. In my mind, it's very nice figure. But first of all, I would like to say that this company pays dividends. Now I will tell you a few words about the dividends. Now the dividend yield very close to 4%. Dividend history, we see that last 5 years the company increasing its dividend payments. Of course, for me it's very positive sign. If you look at the debt, it's financial leverage. We see that of course company has a debt on its balance sheet, but at the same time about half of the debt contain cash and equivalents. So the cash ratio here is 2. So and very safe financial position for this company. Also, I would like to see the projections annually. So quarterly, we see that the analysts expecting the EPS, earning per share, to grow in the near quarters, and the revenue also expected to show a nice growth. If you look at the chart of this company, now it's $41. Last year we traded in the channel, a decreasing channel, and now we're at the middle of this channel. So I'm expecting, of course, my target is 40 for at least 46. In this case, the growth potential here is about 11%. Also, the RSI, the momentum indicator in the daily time frame, now is 67. It's already overbought, but on the weekly only 52. So of course we can see a nice potential to grow. By the way, from its high level, now the stock, this company stock, already down more than 50%. So a nice discount. So as I told you previously, dividend yield close to 4%, $47 billion, a gold producer, and of course nice potential to grow. And of course I'm believing the gold in the next year, and also I'm expecting, of course, to receive a nice dividend payments. Also, let's have a look on the PS, price per revenue ratio, for the last year. So now it's only 3, so it's much cheaper than 5, than 4 a few years ago. Actually I guess the 3, it's in my mind very convenient ratio to buy the stock. Let's have a look on my portfolio. So here, of course, the TLT, the bond is 38%, the TMF, also the US Treasury bond ETF. So they together contain half of my portfolio. But here also I got ETF on the GLD and NEWMONT. These companies now consist 2% from my portfolio, and the gold itself about 3%. Let's have a look on the total gains. So we see the TLT. Now I'll check its chart. TLT and the gold in my portfolio up more than 11%. So let's have a look on the GLD. It's the ETF on gold, of course. So here I already have a drawing. So look, it was a correction, ABC move here. By the way, it was a triangle A, B, C, D, and E. And now in my mind, we have in front of us an impulse. The first wave, the second, the correctional one, and now is the third one. By the way, the third is already higher than the first one. So actually, it's the probability of impulse here is very, very high. By the way, using the Fibonacci levels, I can tell you what can be the target. The target of wave 3, usually it 160% from wave 1, but I'm not sure we may see it's in such high levels, but at least 193, but now we have 192. So it's the minimal target, so we're very, very close to the third wave. It can be here, but anyway, then expecting to see the fourth correctional one, and then it will be maybe on the next year the fifth wave, and actually it going to be an impulse. By the radio, the gold overbought on the daily time frame and the weekly time frame, also showing us that it's overbought. Also the TLT 50% from my portfolio. Look, it's going now. It looks some kind of bounce. Yeah, very, very nice to see bounce in this asset. I have 50% from my portfolio currently in this asset. I remind you that the dividend yield is 3.5%, and the TLT, the US Treasury bond of US government, pays dividends every monthly. So we got in October, in November. I will have few some dividends in December on the next week, I guess, and actually every single month I got my dividends, and I like it so much. So I hope that here the correction will finish. It was ABC move here, the first, the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth. So most probably here the correction finish, and now I'm expecting this asset just to roll. Also, have a look why I also quietly convinced that the correction here finished. We have a major support level, $51. It was actually the levels of 2002, 2003. So we traded already in the 20-year lows. So I guess from here to see a nice bounce. Anyway, I will continue to buy the TLT US Treasury bonds, and also here I have a few targets. The first is 106, it's upside potential of 15%, and of course 120 growth potential 30%. It's very, very nice. It's the TLT, but we got also the TMF, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check. Yeah, yes, it's the 3x grow on the TMF. So generally speaking, if the TLT grow in one day by 1%, the TMF will show you a grow by 3%, very, very easily. So here also the same levels, but for example, if we'll get to the level of 7%, from the current level, it's upside potential already very close to 40%. So very, very, very nice opportunities for this US Treasury bond in the next year. It's my main bet, and of course I'm expecting interest rates to decrease. Another let's come back to my portfolio. Another dividend stock I got in my portfolio, it's Albemarle. Let's have a look on Albemarle, ALB, its ticker. So this company engaged in the commodity sector. It's the producer of lithium, if I'm not mistaken. Market cap 14 billion bucks. But here, look, what I'm seeing here. It's very probable it was ABC move, and here also probability that the correction finished. Also have a 2-year low support level and 120, 130. Very probable that the correction here is finished. It was the first, or the second, third, the fourth, and the fifth. Anyway, it was the big, the first one big, then the second. So then we may see the third wave, and usually the third wave then the highest wave. So in this case, the growth potential is about 30 bucks, and in this way, it's more than 130% grow upside. I think it's very nice. By the way, on the weekly time frame, we have RSI of 31, so it's very low. It's telling me that the stock already oversold. And also, let's have a look on its valuation now. The PS is 1.5, so actually it's the lowest value for the last 6-7 years. Look, it was 8, 9, 7, now less than 2. By the way, on the pandemic lows it was 106. Now it's it was 1.5, now it's 1.6, and now it's 1.5. So very cheap stock. Also, I will show you that the payout ratio is very low. It's only 5%, so it's a huge potential for company to grow. But check here the expectation. The EPS expecting to grow, for example, 1.6, 3, 3, 6, and 4, and also the revenue. Please check it. The last year it was 7 billion bucks. This year impressive 9 billion bucks, then 8, 9, and a few years from now more than 10 billion bucks per 1 year. For example, all the 18, 19 year it was only 4 billion bucks. So very impressive growth opportunities for this company in my mind. Anyway, look, I got Albemarle company for now on less than 4%. I don't want to buy any company's shares more than 5%. So my plan for the next weeks, I guess I will maybe decrease the portion of gold and increase the amount of NEWMONT. Of course, they are correlated. If the gold continue to grow, and NEWMONT also, I'm expecting to see a nice growth. By the way, here it's a nice potential to show for the gold all-time highs. By the way, they now trade at all-time highs, but I'm sure that we may see 2,100 billion bucks per one Oz. And my portfolio performance for now. Look, my portfolio is more than 30 billion, 30k bucks. Total gain about 2%. The last last trading days gained me more than 2%. 37 large companies percent. High dividend yield is more than 30%, and the medium PE investment is about 70%. But it's now my current composition of my portfolio. But look, The TLT and the TMF, it's the US Treasury bond, is about 50%. With the time, as I hope that the bonds will grow, I will just very cautious and accurately sell the bond and buy my dividend stocks. And by the way, gold I'm also now planning to sell, because now it's performed total gain more than 11%. And also I showed you and that the gold is a little bit overbought right now. So I will planning to buy the other dividend stocks like Valero Energy, like Pfizer, Albemarle, Verizon, Philip Morris, and all other dividend company, Altria dividend companies in my portfolio. By the way, Verizon I saw here is up more than 12% already in my portfolio, but let me check its chart. I told you all last year that Verizon is great dividend stock. Why not to buy such cheap company? Look, the PE ratio now is only 7. Let's have a look on it closely. Only 7, yeah. So historically it was 14, 12, 10. Now it's only 7. So it's really cheap. Dividend yield is about 7%. Market cap is more than 160 billion bucks. So it's great company, huge company, and of course it's dividend king. The company continue to pay its dividends very stable and even continue to increase the dividend payments. Here we will see that quarterly the revenue very stable, and the marginality, by the way, also very impressive for me. For the last quarters it's showing a net profit margin of 14%. For me it's quite enough. And the chart, also the monthly time frame, 43 RSI, so I can tell that it's overbought. And by the way, we traded at the lower border of the range of a 20-year range between 34 bucks to 60. So another last time I will tell you my thoughts about Verizon. A great company, great dividend yield 7%, huge company, market cap more than 100 billion bucks. Valuation is cheap. The marginality, I mean the net income margin, net profit margin, gross profit for me is quite enough. And also here the payout ratio only 52. So meaning of course that only half of its revenue the company pays as a dividend. So here I see a nice room for Verizon company even to increase its dividend payments to its shareholders. In other words, to me, I'm a stock investor in this company. So generally speaking, it's my thoughts on market of dividends. I told you today about NEWMONT company, Albemarle, Verizon. I told a few words about the TLT, the gold, and my opinion on the current positions and the current market situation. So I hope you like this video. Of course, don't forget to press the like button, subscribe to my channel, and see you on the next time. Bye.